What is up, guys? I got a 2004 or 2006 actually, a BMW X5 with the V6 3.0 liter, doing a radiator swap and also an auxiliary pump swap. I'm gonna get to it now, but some good videos online, but not really good videos. I'm not gonna lie, the videos suck. They're trying to film it and it's all over the place, but at least the good thing is they give you some pointers, but ultimately it's not a big deal job, not a whole lot to take out. The fan clutch, I didn't have the tool, so I used the old school methods. It's actually reverse threaded, so you're gonna go clockwise to actually unscrew it. So what I did, I got a pry bar and I got a hammer, just smack it on it, and then that was it. So that came out. And then with the shroud is held on by some push pins along here on the radiator side of it. On this side of the radiator, you have to remove the coolant tank. Yeah, that one is stuck there, couldn't come out, but I'm going to take it out. So the coolant tank is going to sit somewhere down here, right? Somewhere down here, you're going to have this heat exchanger. The heat exchanger down here, so you're going to have to reach out here and kind of flare this one out. When you do that, you can kind of pry the heat exchanger off of there. Same thing here on this side here. There's going to be another clip that you can take out. You will have to take out. Right here is a tab. Same thing, you're going to push it like that, and then you'll be able to release this one. And of course, all of the hoses are all going to be kind of stuck. All you're going to need is a flat screwdriver like this, and you go gently and trying to remove it until you remove it. But again, after that, what else? Disconnect whatever is around, of course. I'm not sure. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's a lot of screws and whatnot, Here you got some Torx bit, that Torx 25 on top here for the radiator. But all in all, I didn't have to go release the bottom, belly pan or nothing like that. So I'm still on top, and it is what it is. Nothing to it, honestly, so far. So I'm gonna go and before I put the new radiator in, because I got to transfer that piece of bracket, whatever you call that bracketry there, I got to transfer that onto the new one, and I got to release the hose. But before that, I'm gonna have to try to extract this thing right here while I have all this room here. We're gonna extract this little pump, because if this pump is shorted, it blows the fuse inside of the instrument, inside of the cabin, and that fuse is responsible for the AC blower motor or something like that. AC related. Basically, this goes bad, you have no AC. Somebody diagnosing an air circuit on his BMW. You remember I did this fan a long time ago, a diagnosis on this fan. It was quite a diagnosis to get to this point. Same thing, you're going to have some codes. If this fan doesn't work, AC doesn't work. It's a lot of stuff riding on this AC system. It's a very, very, very complex and involved system. In my opinion, overcomplicated, honestly. But what do you know? German cars, right? So if I can think of anything else to share with you guys while I'm here, highlight of the day was being able to get inside the car. I was in here for 3 months. And the battery died. For some reason, this handle was messed up. So basically can't get in the car. What I had to do basically is break the handle and for some reason extract whatever was in here. And if you look inside, you may not be able to see it, but there is that little shiny, faintly shiny stuff right there. That's basically the cable. So what I did is I took a flat head screwdriver and I pushed the cable to create some tension down there, and when I did that, it released the door. I mean, I didn't even know that's what I was going to do. I was just taking a chance with it, and luckily he opened up the door. So the owner's actually going to get a new battery, and here we go. So yeah, eventful day for sure. So let me get back here. I'm going to take this one out. Shouldn't be a big deal. Looks like I already took the connector out of it, so I'll actually take it out right there, because some of the hoses on the clip for the hoses on this side right here, for some reason they put them on the opposite side. Kind of stupid if you ask me, access wise. But since the radiator is out and this hose is free, I can flip it, remove those two things and fight with it and remove it, hopefully. What else? after this, what else? Got a bunch of parts here. I think the water pump, auxiliary pump is right there. This is a door handle. I told him to get a door handle, but we were supposed to get the door handle mechanism from the inside, not just the outside of it. So we're gonna have to order that online, and also the window switch, which is a basic job. Anyway, let me get to it. All right, so there goes the auxiliary pump, the new one, made by who? I think it was made by Pierceburg or something like that, supposedly. But this packaging is very suspicious. You know, I'm going to be very frank with you. I don't think that eBay told the truth on this thing here. Honestly, I don't see anything that says Pierceburg or nothing like that, which is what we ordered. But bottom line is, it's the same exact pump, so it should work. And it came with a bracket, which I don't want to remove this one bracket. Is it hard? Is it easy? Now I'm going to oh, okay, it's the same one, EPDM. That's the same thing. That's the same inscription on this side. It says EPDM, if it'll show there, right there. And the same thing here. All right, so maybe it's the same pump, I don't know. All right, let me go ahead and fit it in and we'll see what happens next. All right, so everything's been swapped. The radiator's in. I just want to show you the heat exchanger, how it sits in here, right there. So there is a tab that I was showing you early on. You have to pull it towards yourself or towards the passenger side, and then the rest is just held on by O-ring, which I didn't replace because I don't have a replacement, but I did lubricate with some silicone paste, and hopefully they stay put and leak free. Now we're gonna try to put this one hose right here on again. Alright, I gotta get to this one. It's not the easiest thing to get to, but there you go. Alright. I don't like the way it's sitting though. It kind of has a kink to it, so I guess we'll figure it out how to get rid of this little kink on the side here. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. Right there. What else? I'm wondering if I should put the reservoir in first before the fan shroud, but I'm not sure if the reservoir is going to be able to fit with the fan shroud. Meaning the fan shroud is going to fit with the overflow bottle. So I don't know. I'm just gonna, let me just do it the way I took it out. I think it's the safest thing to do. I don't want to have to be here and fiddling with stuff and going crazy. So let me just do it in the same order I took things out. I'm going to put the fan shroud with the fan clutch and everything else back in there. Again, this is going counterclockwise now. Thread it in. Alright, so I had a little bit of two issues here, and I believe the issues are the result of aftermarket parts here, right? If you watch my videos on this car before, I did a video on this expansion tank, how to install it, about a couple years back, definitely before Corona. And so it was an aftermarket from eBay. So everything, if you know anything about aftermarket parts, fitment is always going to be an issue. Anyway, so I just finished putting everything together, trying to fill it up with some coolant. Lo and behold, this line here going to the auxiliary pump was leaking. So now I had an issue with this line. When I was trying to fit it in, it didn't look like it wanted to go all the way up here. For some reason, I hammered it in, whatever. I even removed the pump out of the car, removed the line out of the car. I greased it, I tried, whatever. So finally, I could get as close as I could, so I thought it was good. So I went ahead and, like I said, bolt everything together, put the coolant. Lo and behold, it was leaking from this line. So I had an idea. What was the idea? So the front of the pump, where the fittings are, right, this is removable. It's only some screws here, T10s. This is the old pump, but this is the new, I guess part of the housing of the pump. But this is the problem because it wouldn't go all the way up here. So I took the old one with the new gasket and I did fit it in together, and now it looks like it's holding. The line went in all the way, and I'm not seeing any leaks around the gasket area. The second issue was this line right here. If you see, it's not all the way flush. This part, I don't know if the camera is doing it, then it justice here. You see how this part is kind of not flush at all? The reason being is, this is the problem too, the tank. So when this other, because you have two lines here, and they are in the same bracket, in the same elbow. So when this bottoms out, this hasn't bottomed out yet. This bottoms out. This still needs about 3 millimeters. So what do you do with that? Because I removed the tank completely to test it out, and this line goes flush all the way with no problem. But when this is in the way, you have an issue here. So which means I'm going to assume that this tank, you know, is not molded properly. It's not a perfect fit. So what I had to do, which is very risky, I had to hold on to the tank and pull it towards myself very, very hard and push this line, and hoping that nothing would break in the process of doing that. So those are the type of things that you don't want to do, or you hate doing when it comes to modifying things. But you know, at some point, especially when parts coming from eBay, if it breaks or something happens to it, even if it has a warranty, what are you going to do? You're out for 2 weeks now. So just to get an after shot, so filled it up, ran it for full fuel. Seems to be holding pressure properly. Not seeing anything leaking from the bottom, except for the over spillage of me filling this system here. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, it stays dry.